Amanda, how did you feel when it was announced you'd become Miss Jnr South Australia?
I was very stunned at start because I was still getting over being the #1 finalist of my age group.
What happened at the Quest announcement?
We were just all on stage and they announced everybody out and they stepped forward and we were all lined up in the front and they just announced it. Joey Moore, I think it was, from Channel 9's.
Why did you enter the Quest?
Started when a lady came to the school, a spokesperson for the Epilepsy Association, and told about how they were disadvantaged through having epilepsy, and went in it to try and help raise the money.
How much did you raise?
I think it was just below 2,000. I'm not sure of the exact amount.
Will you continue to work for the association now?
I'm not sure what I have to do. I think I've got, if any country girls enter it, I think I'll have to go to their cabarets and help them out, tell them a bit about it, but I'm not really sure what I've got to do in the future for it.
What do your friends think of the win?
Well, I haven't seen any of them yet. I'll see them this morning, but my sister rang them up and she said they were thrilled.
Amanda, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Amanda, how did you feel when it was announced you'd become Miss Jnr South Australia?
I was very stunned at start because I was still getting over being the #1 finalist of my age group.
What happened at the Quest announcement?
We were just all on stage and they announced everybody out and they stepped forward and we were all lined up in the front and they just announced it. Joey Moore, I think it was, from Channel 9's.
Why did you enter the Quest?
Started when a lady came to the school, a spokesperson for the Epilepsy Association, and told about how they were disadvantaged through having epilepsy, and went in it to try and help raise the money.
How much did you raise?
I think it was just below 2,000. I'm not sure of the exact amount.
Will you continue to work for the association now?
I'm not sure what I have to do. I think I've got, if any country girls enter it, I think I'll have to go to their cabarets and help them out, tell them a bit about it, but I'm not really sure what I've got to do in the future for it.
What do your friends think of the win?
Well, I haven't seen any of them yet. I'll see them this morning, but my sister rang them up and she said they were thrilled.
Amanda, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And basically to meet the Spastic Centre Council and thank all of those people that have helped with the fundraising last year. Actually, right throughout Australia, the Miss Australia Quest raised $4.9 million for the treatment and training of cerebral palsied people, and all of that money comes from community efforts, all of the people working together to raise all that amount of money that is raised in the final night.
And where do you go from here in terms of our local area?
Well, tomorrow I'll be heading down to Crystal Brook and Whyalla, Port Augusta, those areas, and then I'll be back to Adelaide.
And out of the 5 girls you've seen tonight, can you see a future Miss Australia there?
Oh no, I don't think I could say that I could choose any one of them. I'm not actually a judge, and I think really at this stage the girls are only beginning their year in the Miss Australia Quest. They have a whole year of fundraising, and in that year, through the experiences that they have in organising their functions and in holding different types of events, they gain a lot of confidence, and I think ultimately it's very hard to say, but the final selection is more like an interview for a top public relations job, and I think it'll be up to those final judges and to see how the girls perform in that selection time.
1985. The Junior Miss South Australia Quest is open to girls between the age of 2 and 16 years of age. This year, 58 young ladies entered the quest, which raised money to assist the Epilepsy Association of South Australia. Amanda returned home to a rousing welcome yesterday and was greeted with a very large sign which her many school friends had made and installed for her along the main highway. Cameraman Ron Campbell and Neville Wanklin filed this report as Amanda headed off for her first day back at school.
Amanda, how did you feel when it was announced you'd become Miss Jnr South Australia?
I was very stunned at start because I was still getting over being the number one finalist of my age group.
What happened at the Quest announcement?
We were just all on stage and they announced everybody out and they stepped forward and we were all lined up in the front and they just announced it. Joey Moore, I think it was, from Channel 9ers.
Why did you enter the Quest?
Started when a lady came to the school, a spokesperson for the Epilepsy Association, and told about how they were disadvantaged through having epilepsy, and went in it to try and help raise the money.
How much did you raise?
I think it was just below 2,000. I'm not sure of the exact amount.
Will you continue to work for the association now?
I'm not sure what I have to do. I think I've got, if any country girls enter it, I think I'll have to go to their cabarets and help them out, tell them a bit about it, but I'm not really sure what I've got to do in the future for it.
What do your friends think of the win?
Well, I haven't seen any of them yet. I'll see them this morning, but my sister rang them up and she said they were thrilled.
Producing its share of famous people, and with me here I have Amanda Tapp, and I don't know whether your viewers know her, but she is Miss Jnr South Australia. Now I think that's quite an exciting title. Amanda, thank you for coming on the show. I'm really enjoying having you up here. Amanda, this is, you know, Miss Jnr South Australia. It's really Miss Jnr from the Miss South Australia. And what made you enter this contest?
It started when a lady came to the school for the Epilepsy Association and told how people were disadvantaged through having epilepsy and how their main fundraiser was the Miss Jnr South Australia Quest.
So you entered the Miss Jnr South Australia Quest. Where did you do all your fundraising?
I had one cabaret held out at North Shields and the rest was done in Port Lincoln.
So Port Lincoln people have really gotten behind you, have they?
Yes, they've helped greatly.
Great. And was this over a period of 12 months?
Yes, the judging's held on March, and as soon as the judging's been done, the entries are open for 1986.
So now, when you did all your fundraising and you went over to Adelaide, did you have any thought that you might possibly be winning this contest?
No, everybody's asked me this, but I was really stunned when they said I'd won it.
I can imagine. How did you feel when they told you?
We were standing out on the stage and it just happened so fast. There was 54 of the girls. It was taken down to about 25, and out of that there was 5, which you've got the photo.
I've got the photo. You might be able to explain a little bit to the viewers.
It was taken
it's
down
this particular photograph here.
It was taken down to 3 finalists out of each age group. The age groups being 2 to 4, 5 to 7, 8 to 10, 11 to 13, and I was in the eldest one, 14 to 16. There was a first, second and third out of each of those, and then the first had a chance of winning the title, and it was the 5 there.
They're the 5 finalists,
of their age group.
in each age group, and they actually won their own sash, and I think you've got some of the sashes here.
They won this sash here. Everybody got that
Miss
one.
Jnr South Australia finalist number 1 in 1985, so that was for each age group.
That was for the 5 there in the, yes, each age group won that one. And before the main judging, everybody was presented on stage, the 54, and we all got this because to enter the quest you had to raise a minimum of $100, so they give you charity princess for trying.
Well, that's very good anyway. Tell me, you know, how did you feel during the judging? Were you very nervous?
I wasn't really, because I was staying at my cousin's place. She's a model and she's really confident, and the night before she gave me a few lessons on how to walk and talk and sit and be confident and so it wasn't as bad as what I thought it might be.
You must have been an exceptional pupil. How have your friends reacted at school?
Oh, they think it's really great, actually. They've all said congratulations, and my class has hung the photos in the papers up on the wall of me.
How was the response of Port Lincoln people when you got back? I can imagine it would have been terrific.
I didn't think it would be what it was, because I was in the paper that often and everybody saying congratulations, and that it was really good.
So that was really great. Were your parents with you when they were judging you on the final day?
Well, I drove over on the Saturday morning with my boyfriend and my sister, and Mum and Dad arrived Sunday morning by plane, and then the judging was the Sunday afternoon, so they were there and went back Sunday night, and I stayed over there and did a bit of shopping and saw Grandma and Auntie, and relations.
Now, will you be having to attend any functions because of your Miss Junior South Australia title?
Living in Lincoln, I don't think I will have to. If I was in Adelaide, I think I might have to attend a few meetings, but all I'll do is encourage other girls to enter it.
Are you finding it difficult to get other girls to enter this Miss Junior South Australia quest, or can Lincoln produce, for instance, more than one girl? Or
I think they should be able to, but you mention to a girl and you tell her everything that happens and it's really great, but they sort of say, oh, it's too shame, it's too shame.
yes, they
might be
get a
able
little
to.
bit shy. I'm sure you're absolutely doing a wonderful job, and I congratulate you on being
Thank you.
Miss Junior South Australia. And I thank you very much for talking to us today.
Thank you.
I wish you well in this next year. And of course, we've come to the end of our show. Sunday is Mother's Day.